Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you are doing really well. So this is going to be another video from my mindset change series. I'm really excited to share this one today. A picture popped up on Instagram the other day and I loved it because I feel like it was such a great representation of life and balance, and that is what I want to talk to you guys about today. So starting off, we'll talk about balance. What does it mean to live a balanced life? Well, if you know, if you are a human, then you know that balance is really hard to find and something that is sought after but never quite achieved. And even if you achieve it, sometimes in life you can just get there and just be like, I am so happy, and then something just flips you and you're unbalanced again. And it's part of the world, it's part of life, and I think that it's something that's so overlooked. And even if it looks like people have their lives together, most of the time, maybe they do, but life is always changing and we're always, things are always changing and evolving, and that means that shifts happen too, and with shifts comes unbalancement. That's a word. Basically you become off balance. So anyway, getting into the video. The picture is called My Balance Wheel. It's got 7 different aspects that go into having a balanced life, and I really enjoy the different aspects that it said. So the first one was spirituality and sense of self. Well, spirituality is something that I want to talk about in the future because I want to talk about my own spirituality and my own journey. So if you're interested in that, then let me know below because it's something that I'm really feeling called to share. And sense of purpose, it's something that's different for every single person, as is spirituality. And there is no right or wrong. What is right is feeling in that deep within, feeling that you're on the right path and feeling that you have that sense of purpose, and that can change on the daily. And I think the big thing with this is that when people think about having a purpose and knowing what their purpose in life is, they forget that there are a lot of different purposes. Some people may know what their dream job is, and that can be a purpose, and someone else may not know what their dream job is, but they'll know that they're supposed to help people, or they're supposed to love someone, or care for someone, or be in someone's life in that moment, and that is as good a purpose as knowing your life ambition, your life career. And so like I said, even if you don't know what you're supposed to be doing with your life right now, you can figure out what you are doing in life right now, which is having a massive impact on the world around you or the people around you too. So it's something to really think about. So before I carry on with these, I just want to say you could feel free to do this however you want to. I think the way I would do it is I would rate them out of 10, and you can intuitively kind of figure out how you feel, where you feel balanced, where you feel off balance, what areas need more work and what areas are really thriving. And yeah, just do that for each of them, and you'll kind of figure out where you're sitting and where needs work and where you're happy with, and then you can figure out where to go from there. So the next one is rest and sleep. So something I feel a lot of us do struggle with, and something that I've really gotten better at. I'm really trying to prioritize sleep at the moment over the more community part of life, because that part is doing really well and I really want to focus on myself, my career, my goals. And I feel like good sleep is definitely the driving force for all of the good things in life. So if you can get really good rest at night, that is so important, and I think it's one of those things that really kickstarts life and gives you that life force energy to want to get going with your dreams and goals, and to give you the enthusiasm and inspiration to actually go after your dreams and to just be a nice person, because we can all be really grumpy when we're tired and no one likes a tired person. Just get some sleep, try and prioritize rest, and you will feel a lot better about that. And also the type of rest you get is so important too, and it's not always about sleep. Sometimes it's about just taking time out from other people and just having that time to rest, and that can look like a walk in nature. It can look like sitting on the sofa and watching Netflix for 5 hours, maybe a whole series. Whatever you need to do to rest, to recharge, is so important. Don't let yourself get so drained that you have nothing left to give to the world, because that is not a good place to be. Next one is good nutrition and exercise. So this is where I lack. I feel like I've kind of got good nutrition. I fall in and out all the time. Exercise, not so much, because I'm not running at the moment with it being winter. So what does it look like for you? Are you exercising? What does exercise even mean to you? Some people love going to the gym, some people hate going to the gym, some people love walking. Right now for me, my exercise is snowboarding, and sometimes I discount that as a form of exercise, but it is exercise at the end of the day. So actually look at life, look at your own life and see what you are doing. Do you walk to work? Do you always take the stairs instead of taking the elevator? You know, give yourself credit where it's due, but also see if there are areas that you could change and adapt, and ways that you can simply just add exercise into life that maybe you couldn't have before. Maybe you could go on a quick walk with a friend when you're on your break at work. Maybe you could walk home from work. Maybe, I don't know what you could do. There are so many different ways to just include some different exercises into life. Maybe you just want to get into yoga and stretch your body more, and I think that's really important. That's something that I'm trying to do more, is just take time to stretch and let my body regenerate itself and, you know, get that flexibility back, because a lot of the time we're so just cooped up and it's not good for our bodies to be so rigid. So just get things moving. Like I said, exercise looks different for everyone, so yeah, that's just one of those that I wanted to put in there. The next one is relationships and overall community. So this is one that I feel like quite a lot of people have nailed in, and sometimes this is the one that takes over the rest, and for some people it's the one that really struggles. And lack of community can just be such a sad place to be, because if you don't have the community, you don't have the support, it can be really hard to feel like you belong somewhere, feel like you have a tribe, which is why I wanted to create this community of people, because I love seeing you guys communicate in the comments, and it's my goal in the future to make this more of a proper community where you can actually engage with each other and get to know each other, and we can share our stories and our lives. I think that would be so important, and I think just having that online tribe of like-minded people is very important. But it's also so important to have people in real life, you know, physical people who you can reach out to. So whatever your hobbies are, try and go and do them. You know, if you love yoga, go and do yoga. If you're an avid gardener, you know, then get in touch with people in your local community, see if you can do seed swaps, or I don't know, share your plants with other people, you know, like give and take. It's like a reciprocal relationship, and I think that's really beautiful. And there are so many ways that you can make community, but also if you spend too much time with friends and you're always prioritising going out or going out drinking or just socialising in general, and that is causing you to get behind in life, well, that's definitely something to look at. So it can go both ways, and extremes of anything are no good. So try and balance it. Try and put those barriers in place for yourself to safeguard yourself against getting behind in life because you're so caught up in the drama of other people's lives. It's not a good place to be. Although it's really fun, I don't think it's going to help to get to where you need to be and to get that balance in life, because if you're always out, you're not going to be sleeping properly, you're probably not going to be eating properly, and it kind of throws everything else off balance. So just getting that nice steady balance of friends and community is so critical. The next one is finances and career. So a really big one, and if you are in the age bracket of maybe 20 to 35, maybe even older, I'm not sure, this can be one where you're just like, hey, come on. A lot of us have not figured it out yet. I haven't either. You know, finances is not something that I'm really strong at. It's not something that I feel settled in. It's not something that I'm happy with where I am right now, but it's something that I'm building on and I'm working towards. And so I wouldn't give myself a low score for this. And if you aren't where you want to be right now, but you are working on it, then don't give yourself a low score either. You know, give yourself credit where it's due, like I said before. But if you really are wanting to do a completely different career to what you're doing right now, you know, feel free to give yourself a low score, because it'll give you the drive to actually make change in that area and to take the steps you need to take to get to that goal. At the end of the day, finances are what makes the world go round. Unfortunately, having money is really important in this world, because the way you live your life is kind of revolved around the money that you have and the way that you spend that money. You don't need lots and lots of money to have a good life. You just need to know how to spend that money wisely to get the most value out of what you have and the way you live your life. And I also want to share here, there is no shame in having money. A lot of the time people shame people who have lots of money, and I don't think that is, it's not right. And it's as bad as shaming someone for having no money. Just because someone has money doesn't mean that they're evil, doesn't mean that they're greedy. It just means that they are where they are. Maybe they worked really hard to get to where they are right now. A book that I highly recommend that I am currently rereading is I think it's called How to Make, I don't know what it's called. You're a Badass at Making Money, I think it's called, by Jen Sincero. Anyway, I'll leave the book below if you want to read it. Highly recommend it. It's really good about breaking down those limiting mindsets that you may have around money. Something that I highly recommend, just changing that mindset that you have about money is so important and so critical to getting that balance right in life, even if it's a mental change. Just that mental shift can really, really help to put you on that path to financial freedom. The next one is intellectual stimulation. This is one that sometimes is overlooked in our society, but it's one that I've always nurtured. I love learning. I am a lifelong learner. Let me know below if any of you guys are, because I love it. I am such a geek. I am constantly listening to podcasts, reading books, reading articles, watching documentaries. I love learning about stuff, and sometimes, I feel like I have no credentials to my name, but I know so much stuff and I can educate people about things I never even thought about. And I love that about myself. I really, really love it. But sometimes that can take over the rest of life. So I have to say to myself, right now, Kay, do you need to be doing something that's working towards your career? Or do you need to be learning about, I don't even know, space or how to grow onions? Things that aren't really relevant to my life right now. I have to kind of prioritize them, and I have to make sure that I give myself the time to learn things, but not to let that become the new focus of my life. And also it can go the other way around, like with every one of these different points. If you are constantly watching TV, series, things that don't really add intellectual value to your life, they're just entertainment, then you can start to lack in that area and you can start to not really want to learn anymore, not really feel inspired to learn. I think a lot of us have been through the schooling system, and so once you leave it's like, yes, I never have to learn again. And I don't think that's a good thing. I really think that humans, and we're basically like giant children, and we're constantly learning, and every single day you can learn something new, and I think that's so important and so nice and just such a good thing to do. I think our elders of the communities that we live in have so much knowledge and so much wisdom, and there's so much to gain from other people. So just talk to people, learn about what their careers are. We all have completely different lives. We've lived different lives. Get to know about someone's culture. Get to know about how someone lives. Get to know about their job, what their job is, anything. Just chat to people, learn stuff about communities. Just read books, absorb information. There is never a point where you will stop learning. So just let yourself learn and allow yourself to learn and enjoy every second of it. I also think that there's no shame in taking courses as an adult. As you guys know, I've been taking a life coaching course and it's been fantastic and something that I will continue to do for the rest of my life, even if that means that I get coached as a coach. So I think it's something that's really important, is to just keep pushing yourself and to keep learning and just to keep going on courses and to go on workshops and retreats and just constantly gain that new information and that new wisdom that you wouldn't have had before. And the last one is the most fun of all, and that is creativity and play. Again, this looks different for every single person, so I'll share my opinion. For me, creativity looks like making videos, creating videos, actually having those thoughts. And I get creativity from exercise, which is really random, but if I go for a run, it really helps to clear my brain and I start to get all of these different ideas coming through me, and it's just such a nice feeling. I love just going for walks, and I love just playing around with different movements, different exercises, and just drawing, creating, colouring in. I don't know, I just love to just think about things. And as well as this, I think something that goes into this is visualization and vision boards in general. They are such a fun thing to do, and they can really help to gain clarity of what you actually enjoy in your life. And play can look like so many things. So Dom, my boyfriend, he loves to go trampolining, he loves snowboarding, just those things that you don't get to do, and just having fun, just messing around, just having a joke with someone. Maybe you love watching comedy. Let yourself do it. Let yourself laugh. Let yourself enjoy life. Enjoying life is part of life. It's part of the experience. And sometimes I feel like we get so caught up in work and just being like adults that we forget to have fun, and we forget to laugh, and we forget that we can have as much fun as children do in nature, in life, just in daily, mundane things. You can be in the car on the way to work, but you could be listening to a comedy show or a podcast that really lights up your day, and I think that's really special. So yes, that's all of the different parts of the wheel. I would love to hear what you guys rated your wheels out of 10. I think I'll probably do this myself and share my own version of this wheel and what I scored myself and where I want to, create more balance. And the thing I want to wrap this video up with is that, say right now, the thing that's off balance is, I don't even know, rest. Say you're not having enough rest, but your community score is way up here. when you start to bring that community score down, your rest score will go up. But part of life is that either this will go back up again and this will come down again, or it will go the opposite way. And when it does that, that's fine. You know, I don't think that having the perfect life and the perfect balance is a good thing. I think it's something good to strive for, but it's not something to stress over. But it's a really good way of just being able to highlight where you want to change things in life, and just accepting that the ebbs and flows of life will just take their toll and they'll just go wherever they want to go in life. But as long as you're happy and striving towards doing better, being better, and just living the life that you dream of, well, there's nothing you can do wrong if you do all of those things. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you gained some inspiration from it. It was a bit different, but I just felt really called to share this with you guys today, so I hope that you enjoyed it. Please give me a big thumbs up if you did, and please subscribe to this channel if you're new. I love talking about mindset and just changing the way you live your life, and just living life with intention and using your intuition, because we all have intuition, and I think that learning to use it is one of the most important things that you can do in life. So have a fantastic day, guys, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Bye.